Most Americans believe young adults should be financially independent by 22, but only 24% of them are. Achieving financial freedom is a goal for most people, and it can appear impossibly hard to achieve, especially when we are just at the starting point. As it seems, achieving financial independence is not a piece of cake. This is why it's helpful to break down our goals into simpler and more doable ones, which not only allow us to monitor our progress, but also helps us begin pecking away at this awful lot of a task. Hey there, this is Fire, and today we will share 10 levels of financial independence that you should know about. Also, do not forget to hit that like button and tap subscribe on our channel. Now, let's get started. Level 0, Financial Dependency. When your debt payments and other living expenditures exceed your income, then you are financially dependent. This would mean that your net worth is most likely negative or that your assets are far less than your liabilities. Now, remember that your net worth is equal to your assets minus your liabilities. A negative net worth suggests that you are, in some way or another, reliant on someone or something to help you pay for your expenses. If you are a kid, then this someone is most likely your parents. Technically, it's called Level 0 because at this point, you have little to no capability to provide for yourself. Level 1, Financial Solvency. At Level 1, you now have the capability to attend to your financial obligations and meet your debt payments on time without someone else's assistance. Your net worth may still be negative, but decide to stop taking loans from unsecured lending, friends, and family members. Here, your net cash flow, which is equal to your cash inflow minus your cash outflow, is already positive. It could be that you already have a source of income or are becoming better at handling your finances that allow you to pay your liabilities on time. How fulfilling it must be. You see, the biggest advantage of being financially solvent is the absence of stress caused by unpaid bills. It's actually more of a psychological gain than a financial gain, but that's something. Level 2, Financial Stability. Worried about getting hospitalized or losing your job soon? Well, you do not need to feel that way at this level. Reaching financial stability suggests that you are not only current on your debt payments, but have also set aside an emergency fund for yourself. Without an emergency fund, you, as a financially stable individual, would be forced to pay off your obligations with all of your net cash flows. One medical emergency, and you are off using your credit card again, or ask other family members for assistance, which, by the way, would be costly. Having an emergency fund keeps you prepared. That way, life can't throw you lemons without you turning them into lemonade. Level 3, Debt Freedom. Many people see debt as a necessary evil, but going into Level 3, you won't need to borrow money. Typically, this would mean that you've already paid it off. However, some would consider that it may also include individuals who have paid all their high-interest debt except mortgage. Still, it must feel nice to be free from these kinds of obligations. Level 4, Coasting Financial Independence. Others also call this stage the freedom from employers. Don't like your job, maybe because the environment is not healthy anymore, or you no longer find the work enjoyable? At this point, you can, if you want to, quit your job that is a higher paying but less satisfying job to something that may pay lower but you are more passionate about. Usually, this means that you have already accumulated enough wealth to last you a year without taking out high-interest debts. Halfway through and we are already learning something new. Before we proceed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss any of our videos. Now, let's get back to the video. Level 5, Financial Security. If, for example, you have decided to invest early on in life, then there is a high possibility that you can reach financial security. Achieving financial security means having enough cash inflow to cover your annual basic survival expenses. Remember, the cost of surviving is different from the cost of living. So how exactly do they differ from one another? Survival expenses include the essentials, such as a place to live, food, water, electricity, and other necessities that would allow you to survive. Living expenses, on the other hand, include costs such as Netflix subscriptions, cable bills, gym memberships, vacations, and others which you don't really need to go by in your day-to-day life. Also, being financially secure means that in the case of a sudden loss of employment, you will still be able to satisfy your financial responsibilities for a short period of time until you can find another one. Having financial security is a desirable stage since it provides you with a lot of different options. At this level, you can already make risky professional moves without worrying too much about the ramifications, take a hiatus from work, or pivot to semi-employment. You don't really have to worry about your boss firing you or company layoffs because you are financially secure. Financial security in the financial independence area is extremely similar to a sort of financial independence known as lean fire. Remember lean fire from our previous videos? Level 6. Financial flexibility. By the word itself, you can easily adapt to situations now. In this particular level, you have accumulated enough wealth and are able to live off of your current cash inflow. Here, you already have a flexible spending plan that lets you adjust with the fluctuations in the market. Whether prices are high or low, you can stretch your budget up to a point that your net worth permits. Even with an inflation in place, you can definitely pay for your needs. Level 7. Financial independence. It is said that you have reached financial security when your yearly basic costs are covered by your income. However, the cash flow from your assets or income sources should be smaller than the yearly increase in your wealth. This is due to the fact that the investment must be able to disperse cash flow and keep up with the increase in prices. The returns will eventually shrink as more and more money is handed out and squandered. Now remember that your survival expenses are different from living expenses. At this point, your cash inflow is already capable of providing your or your family's basic needs to function at the bare minimum. In reaching financial independence, there is what we call the 4% rule. Others may be more conservative and set it at 3%, but the concept is essentially the same. In the 4% rule, you had to have saved up 25 times your annual expenses so that you can expect to outlive your retirement fund at your current lifestyle. Level 8. Financial freedom. At level 8, you already have your cash inflow greater than your cash outflow. What this tells us is that your investments or sources of income are able to pay for your lifestyle and a few other extra things. However, the returns here are conservative, meaning not too much, but also not too little. Maybe this time you can buy yourself that bag you really wanted, or buy your dream car perhaps. If you are already able to do that without taking out high-interest loans, then it is safe to assume that you've already achieved financial freedom. Level 9. Financial abundance. Financial abundance means that the income from your investments or your job are way larger than your annual expenses. This suggests that your cash flow is so substantial that it may provide for your family and your other ambitions without worrying about running out of money. People who achieve this are essentially at the top 1% of the society. Think about Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. With net worths of over hundreds of billions of dollars, it's safe to say that they definitely have more than what they essentially need. When you reach this level, maybe you can buy your significant other and your mom their dream bags or treat your family to a quick dip in the Bahamas, barely even making a hole in your pocket. And that's 10 levels of financial independence you should know about. Whew, that's a long one, but as they say, life is not a race. And whatever level you are in right now, don't be afraid to follow your own pace. You will get there. And with that, our video for today comes to a close. Let us know what you think in the comment section below about today's topic. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more money-saving content. And we will see you next time.